for that camera is makes us look weird.
It's right there. All right, and we're live. Thank you to anyone who is joining us on YouTube Live. We're discussing the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs Nonprofit Partnership for 2023. The solicitation for the nonprofit partnership went out November 16th, and the application deadline is December 16th of 2022. The period of performance or the nonprofit partnership, we plan on hitting the ground running. January 1st of 2023 is obviously when we're going to be kicking this off. Did you have any? I don't want to steal the.
Do we have anyone on with us? All right, so why don't we give it a few minutes? Oh, we do. We have three people.
Three viewers. Does anybody have any questions to start us off? And if not, I can continue talking. That is absolutely fine with me.
But the intent of this is a question and answer session, so we're going to be looking for the individuals who have logged in to throw some questions to us so that we're sure to use all of our time wisely and answer those questions that people have. So please, to our 4 individuals logged in, please pose some questions to us. Do they need to be in the chat? Is that so in the chat, could you please throw your questions in there? No question is a bad question, and your question might spark somebody else's.
In the meantime, if I could, hello from Reach Services.
Hello, Reach Services.
The Nonprofit Partner 2023 will actively partner with the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs for annual fundraising events. So what exactly does that mean?
So the notable event that we hold each year with our nonprofit partner is our annual golf outing. And so that is exactly like it sounds. It's a pretty substantially sized golf outing. We try to hold that.
How many teams did we have this past spring? I think it was 35? 31 teams this past June. And we played at Brookshire. It was amazing. It was a great day for us.
It was
a lot of fun.
It was a lovely day.
Raised a lot of money for Pets Healing Vets. The Hamilton County Humane Society was our nonprofit partner for 22. So that was a good time.
So we do the golf outing, and then after golf ends, then we have a dinner to follow, where we also give out awards to the top teams golfing. We also give out auction prizes that are from the raffle, 50-50. Really, we make a nice event out of it that encompasses really the whole day.
Yeah, and it was. We have a lot of sponsors that have joined us over the series of months leading up to the golf event, and there was bourbon that was there for the raffle, and lots of cool plaques and prizes. It was really neat. Let's talk a little bit about eligibility.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Okay, so an eligible applicant for the nonprofit partnership would be an organization that serves veterans and has the 501c3 exempt status. Now, what if they already partner with us through our Grants for Veteran Services?
What we have done over the years, since we have such a small amount of money to grant out here at the department, we have said that you can only align with us through one of our grant programs. So if you're a current grantee through our GVS program, then a decision would have to be made whether you wanted to be our nonprofit partner or be a GVS grantee. And we can have that dialogue with anyone who is trying to make that decision, and we could share some figures from our current nonprofit partner and how much has been raised for them. And then you could do in essence, cost benefit analysis of whether it could be better for your organization to be the nonprofit partner or to be our GVS grantee.
Now, when you're a nonprofit partner, is there a cap on how much you can raise or how much money can be utilized in that grant cycle?
No, there's no cap. We have seen a steady increase over the years of the amount that we are able to have for the nonprofit partner. And obviously, we hope that trend continues and our events continue to rise in popularity. But of course, there's no guarantee to that. And there's also no maximum. As you said, Anthony, we try to get partners for different holes, for giving prizes, and we never know what that dollar amount is going to be for us to pass along.
Okay, fantastic.
I will add that all of the proceeds go to the nonprofit partner once all the expenses are covered. Us here at IDVA, we don't keep any portion of those funds. We obviously have the expenses associated with the outing to pay, but once those are paid, the remainder of the monies would then go directly to our nonprofit partner.
Okay, fantastic. And let's see. Do we have any questions so far to the one person who's watching?
We went from 4 to 1.
I don't know. It was while you were talking, so.
I know, I'm feeling a little self-conscious about it.
We didn't introduce ourselves. Should we introduce ourselves?
I guess we should.
To the one person?
We just,
No questions from Reach Services, but they appreciate the time and the info. Who from Reach Services is this specifically?
oh no, we're gonna go down to 0.
They're like, oh, we're done. I feel like we should be doing the weather. Charity, Resource Development Director. Charity, I have not had the pleasure of meeting you. I know some of you guys from Reach Services. John couldn't sit in. Okay, well, that's great. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being the one person to ask us questions. We appreciate that. It validates our existence.
We're now up to 3. Would it be possible for the other 2
Joe
to identify
DeVito.
themselves in the chat?
Well, Joe DeVito asked, can the nonprofit be a current GVS recipient? And if Joe DeVito had been on time for the YouTube Live, he would have heard us answer that question already. But to reiterate, no, they cannot be a current GVS grantee, although we do welcome communication from our GVS grantees. I have spoken with a number of them already the last few months asking that very question. And the answer was because of limited amount of grant funds, we wanted to make sure that we are partnering with someone new. We want to experience bringing in new people. And you're welcome. Yes, Reach Services passing everything on to that team. Thank you so very much. Yeah.
All right, so we know the
Share it
2 of
around.
our 3 are. If the 3rd on the line could, that is our administrator. It shows you my keen grasp on technology.
I don't know. We can start doing the news. It's very nice in Indianapolis right now.
It was a little chilly. I walked down to the war
That's what's
memorial.
nice about it.
It was a
I'm always good.
little chilly.
Why don't you guys explain the types of things you guys are looking for in a nonprofit partner?
I will go first. I'd be happy to go first.
Do that.
So one of the things that we are looking for in a nonprofit partner is somebody who will be actually a partner in this process. That when we have, again, using the golf outing as an example, will bring volunteers to help out for that event. As we're looking for hole sponsors, we'll be using their own contacts and own resources to try to get hole sponsors or entities that will contribute to prizes that we can do in a silent auction or in a raffle. That somebody who is an active and engaged partner with us and is actively helping us have a successful outing, not just an organization who, when the golf outing is over, comes up and asks us how much money did we raise and when am I going to get my check. But again, somebody who has their own cadre of volunteers that they can make available, be it at the golf outing or any other event that we have during the year with that nonprofit partner.
And I think
We had a question.
we do have a question, Mr. DeVito, and we will come right back to you. But I think it's safe to say that we want our nonprofit partner of the year to almost be able to handle fundraising on their own and leveraging our partnership with them to just increase their reach. I know that Hamilton County Humane Society, they are a nonprofit partner for fiscal year 22, and they're quite capable of doing things on their own. But by leveraging partnerships and by joining together, we're able to reach veterans all across the state of Indiana, not just in Hamilton County. Joe asked, will the nonprofit partner applicants who are not selected be informed when the next GBS solicitation is posted? Yes, by all means, check the IDVA website for all of that information. We run on a fiscal year, so it's the 1st of July to the 30th of June. So we are actually kind of in our second quarter, starting our third quarter with our GBS recipients. So I would say probably by this spring, you will start seeing information on the website for the next solicitation for GBS.
And just to clarify, our GBS program does run on the state fiscal year of July 1st to June 30th. The nonprofit partner goes on the calendar year. So Pets Healing Vets is our 2022 nonprofit partner for another few weeks.
Yeah.
And then will be replaced with whoever is the selected nonprofit from this application cycle. And then this will start on January 1st.
Brian Schmidt has a question. If a NPP nonprofit partner applicant is not selected, is there still opportunity to work with each other throughout the year? Yes. I think that would be that could be a yes. We do have other opportunities. There's an event sponsorship program, $500 grant that you can apply for. Again, check the website, local listings, etc.
And not to get too much into the event sponsorship program, but as Anthony referenced it, it is to sponsor a single event. So you're holding an event that honors veterans, it's open to the public, you've invited your county veteran service officer, and it's going to be an event on Veterans Day where people can come in, they can have some fun activities, have a snack, have a bottle of water, what have you, but it's an event to honor veterans, it's open to the public. When we review those applications, those are criteria that we look for. We also want to know what you're doing with the up to $500, just to ensure that it comports with the activity and the use of those state monies.
Well said. Yeah, I would say that there's probably a lot more, a more narrow focus on the event sponsorship than probably the other grant opportunities that we have.
Right, and the event sponsorship is really kind of a once and done for each fiscal year.
Sure.
We, again, have limited resources in that program, just like any of our other programs. And so we try to ensure that the ESP monies are available to use throughout the state of Indiana for different veteran organizations. So we do look to restrict those to one per applicant per fiscal year. All right, I believe we have a question.
Joe DeVito said, well said. And yes, the purpose of the nonprofit partnership is to enhance our relationship, to enhance their reach, as well as maybe bring more attention to certain things, like Hamilton County Humane Society. That's healing vets.
But as Joe aptly stated in his comment, the NPP, the nonprofit partnership program, is not intended to launch a nonprofit. It's not intended for someone who's looking to start up a veteran nonprofit serving organization. It's someone that's established, again, not to sound like a broken record, but an organization that has established volunteers and community connections that can then be leveraged to enhance and make successful the events that we partner on.
All right.
All right, last chance for questions. We're happy to answer any.
We can email you.
Yes, our emails are on the application, which is on our website. We will have, is it linked to this?
It's in the video description.
It is in the video description because that's how awesome our people are. And so if you have any future questions, concerns, comments, be sure to let us know. Otherwise,
Due date?
the due date is December the 16th. That is when applications are due. We will be conducting reviews of the applications by the 22nd of December, and the award notice should go out probably by the end of the month.
And to be even more specific to the due date, it is by 4 p.m. Indianapolis time that they have to be submitted on December 16th. If there's nothing else, we wish everyone a great afternoon, and please let us know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Reach Services. Thank you, Charity. Appreciate it.
Thank you.